gallon of water a day, keep the fat cells away. Oh, hey, how you guys doing? Didn't see you there. Well, since you're here, let's talk. What up, superheroes? This your boy, CJ Washington Jr. Alright, man, represent Superhero Fitness. You already know how I do. How you guys doing out there? I hope you guys are doing very, 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 very well. Alright, man, so just wanted to make a quick little video. I don't know how quick it's going to be, but just wanted to make a video about what's been going on with me, really, and let you know what's going on up here. It's crazy up there sometimes. So I was getting ready to go to Nationals, prepping hard, getting ready to go to National Powerlifting Meet down in Las Vegas. Then, boom, out of nowhere, I hurt my hip flex. So, what I like to do whenever I get injured is I like to figure out why I got injured. I like to figure out what the heck wrong with me, because I'm one of the people that really don't think that believes a body can do amazing things. If you think about it, we see it all the time. Serena Williams, 33, 34 years old, just won a 6 Wimbledon title this past week. We see it all the time. I just finished watching a video of a dude that's like 21 years old, 160 pounds, something like that. They set the world record in deadlift, squat, bench press. He basically set the world record in everything. We got Usain Bolt out here. We got LeBron James. We got LeBron James. I mean, we got so many different situations where people doing wonderful things with their body, man. Our bodies, and over time, over history, there's been so many examples of the body doing amazing things. So I believe our body is geared, is made to be able to handle those amazing things. So when we get injured, I believe that most of the time it's because of what we do to our bodies. The things that we're not doing to our bodies, the things that we overlook, is the reason why we get in trouble, the reason why we screw stuff up. Human error, you know, I think we're gonna end up having cars that drive themselves all the time, because the number one reason people get in accidents is not the vehicle itself, it's the human error. So we gotta be realistic and say most of the stuff we do is our fault. It's not wear and tear on our body. It is not, oh, this just happened. It's something we're doing or we're not doing that's doing that. So that's what I do. So then I go back and I revisit the different things. So, and this is what I want some of you guys to do. So some of you may have the same issues that I got, which is the reason why I'm making this video, so you can learn something from it. And so also if you maybe had the same injury or anything like this, that you can progress like I did. All right. So, so the first thing is, one thing I do when I get injured, this is something huge. If you're injured and you're a trainer, anybody, yourself, don't keep doing the stuff that got you injured. Don't keep doing the stuff that hurts. It's so idiotic, because we get so used to seeing it on TV, so used to seeing it in training videos. Oh, my elbow hurt. You gotta push through it, son. You can do it. Oh, I hurt my leg, coach. Walk it off. I died, coach. Walk it off. You hear it all the time, but it's not logical. Something hurt for a reason. If your knee is injured, if your back is injured, if your back hurt, don't deadlift, bro. It's simple. If your knee hurt when you're doing steps, stop doing steps. We got people that spend millions, billions of dollars to make different cardio equipment. So if steps hurt, stop picking the steps, man. We do this stuff to ourselves all the time. Now, I am definitely an advocate. You will have little nicks and stuff when you're working out. Now, I'm not one of those people that's going to say, if you got a little shoulder pain, don't ever do. Nah, let's find a different approach so we can still work those anterior and our posterior deltoids, medial deltoids. So we can do all that stuff. Let's still do that. So we can work them boulder shoulders, you know what I'm saying? So let's make sure we still do that. But at the same time, stop overhead pressing. Stop doing these things. That's the first thing I did. And let me tell you something too. I just posted some videos on Instagram. I haven't deadlifted in 6 weeks. I came back my first deadlift session. I pulled 500 pounds. My max is 55, 51. I'm 50 pounds of a max in a first deadlift session. How can I do that? Because I stopped deadlifting, but I didn't stop working out. I didn't stop working my accessory muscles. I didn't stop working my butt, my glutes, my hamstring. I didn't stop working none of that stuff. I just stopped working the stuff that's gonna hurt my hip flexor. As I rehab my hip flexor until it felt better so I can continue those movements. That's how you do it. I lost some strength, but I didn't lose much strength. My glutes were still strong and all this other stuff. So that's the first thing. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. If it hurts, injuries, stop. Little discomfort, it happens. We all go through that. All right, so that was the first thing I did. I stopped. So on my path to get back, I wanted to revisit the different things that I was doing. One of the things I noticed I may have had when I was doing ATG as the grass squats, I would have a little bit of butt wink at the bottom. What's butt wink? Butt wink is at the bottom of the squat, your butt kind of rolls like that. And so why do you butt wink? Well, basically when you get into your squat, it's stretching a lot of your mobility. And I don't want to get too technical because I want people to understand what I'm saying. So through flexibility, mobility, you can't get into the position. So what your butt does to compensate is you like this. As you go down, your butt rolls so you can get into position. Most people think it's a hamstring issue. So, and a lot of people don't, and I'm one of those people that kind of don't think it's a hamstring issue, but definitely stretch your hamstrings, because I'm not going to say they're the only, it can't be a culprit. If you got really, really tight hamstrings, it will be difficult to get into position, or if you got a short hamstring, it'll be difficult to get in position, but it's not the reason, because your hamstring extends and flexes and moves at your knee joint and your hip joint. So if it's bending here and pushing there, it's kind of the same in your hamstring. But if you got a tight hamstring, it will prevent. So what could it be? This, as long as you listen to my channel, as long as you listen to anybody's channel, as long as you listen to anybody, no two people are alike. Our thumbprints are different. Our smiles are different. My teeth's different. My eyeballs different. So why should we squat the same? Don't make any sense. We're not going to squat the same. We're not going to deal the same. We got different motor patterns. We got different hip joints. We got different hip. Everything's different. So everybody can't always squat the same. Everybody can't always deadlift the same. But I do believe squat is a motor pattern that we have to have. We're always sitting down, standing up, sitting down, standing up, sitting down, standing up. So I do believe we need to be efficient in that motion to a certain degree. Do I think everybody needs to go parallel to the ground? Yes. Do I think everybody needs to go ATG, ass to grass? No. Parallel, yes, because as you get in a squat, when you hit and break parallel, it recruits your posterior chains, the booty, the hamstrings, calves, Achilles, more than if you only go halfway down. That's why I call them half squatters, but you may be half squatting for a reason. So if it hurt or you got butt weak or you can't get into that full squat, is other things that you could do to get to that, other things you can work on to get to that point. And so what I realized is something going on because I had butt weak at the bottom. So first thing I did was like, can I even get into an ATG squat? So I find this drill, which is basically like a kneeling squat, which I may post a link in the description down below of how you do this. This drill is called a kneeling pushback. Called a kneeling pushback drill. You basically get on all fours and push back. You start in parallel, you push back, and you see whether or not you can even get down there without having that butt wing. And that was one of the things that I did realize that may have been the issue. So I checked my depth and make sure, but I know I could get parallel. That wasn't an issue at all. I could get parallel very easy without anything happening. So that's the first thing I did, was check that. And then the next thing I did, I said, well, what else can prevent me from getting down in the squat? And for most people, it's three main I keep doing it. It's three main culprits to keep us from getting in squat. So the three things that really hinder everybody that can actually get to, or you can get to depth or you can't get to depth, the things that hinder you the most, I'm gonna say the four things. The number one thing is gonna be, I said it a couple minutes ago, hip anatomy. How your body is structured. Whether or not you have deep hip sockets or not, it's really gonna be the determining factor whether or not you can actually squat to depth or not. That's it. I mean, it's no big, huge secret. If you have shallower hip sockets, you're gonna be able to squat to depth. If you don't, you don't. I mean, the people that have, some people got perfect squat genetics, squat biomechanics, and we hate all y'all. Everybody that got the perfect squat mechanics, I hate you. Because most of us don't, man. So we gotta work and work and work and work. So the three things that we gotta work on that I find is ankle mobility. So when you get down that squat, man, if you don't have enough dorsiflexion, this is my ankle. If your ankle can't bend like that, my finger can't bend, but if your ankle can't bend like that, like if this is my foot, let me make this diagram. This is Hood Production, so I don't have a lot of budget, and when it goes in these videos, Hood Production 101, use whatever you got to make it happen. This is your foot, that is your leg. Dorsiflexion is when your foot goes like that. Okay, so when you squat, you go into dorsiflexion. So the least amount of dorsiflexion you have, you can't get down to squat. So what happens when you can't get down to squat? Your upper body starts to lean forward to compensate, pulling that hip and those glutes a little bit further, so making that butt kind of turn under. And the problem with that butt turnover is we go into what I call lumbar flexion, which means you are putting weight on your lower spine. And when you start to do that, that is as pretty much a detriment that will cause injury. When you got loaded, when you have a loaded lumbar spine, and flexion is not a good thing, man. We'll get hurt pretty quickly doing that. So that's the first thing, is ankle mobility. So then I will put my ankle mobility drill in this so you can work on your ankle mobility. Number one, ankle mobility. Number two, all right, one of the things that keeps a culprit is our glutes are not strong enough to we would get down in that movement to be able to maintain and hold that posture that we have. Glutes are just weak. So they give once we get down there, and then once an area in your body is weak, it pulls from other areas to compensate. So you have to do, like, what I started doing is I put an exercise, my first exercise now that I changed up in my routine is now, I've been doing so much squats, man, because I'm powerlifting now, so I've been killing the squat game. I've been doing front squats, band squats, chain squats, back squats, box squats, pause squats. Man, I've been doing every squat imaginable to mankind. If it's a squat out there, I done did that bad boy. But so funny is that I started to get a little bit away from my necessity work, and I don't even want to call this a necessity work. This is a must. If I'm training heavy in this manner, I need my muscles surrounded to be able to support, because your body is as strong as its weakest link. You ever heard that saying, a chain is only as strong as your weakest link? Well, your body is chains. You have a posterior, anterior, you have kinetic chains. It's only as strong as those that weakest links. So when squats is definitely our glutes. If you got weak glutes, guess what? You got a weak squat. And the problem with it, especially when you start to get up and weight, bro, you gon' get injured. It's no other way around it. Your body gonna keep pulling and compensating for you having a weak ass. With your weak ass, it's gonna compensate. When it does that, what happens? Injury. So what do? You add a glute specific exercise in there, like pull throughs, or like glute hip bridge, or glute hip raise, or glute ham raise. My favorite is the glute bridge with the barbell, and I'll put a link in the description on how to do that exercise. Number 3, being able to keep your spine in proper alignment and being able to stay in neutral spine. What's neutral spine, CJ? That's very technical. Not, man. Neutral spine is straight back. Straight back. So if I'm sitting from the side, that's basically neutral spine. You know, I'm not showing you too much of my body, but it's basically kind of chest is being straight. I can't even show you with that arm because I got that crooked finger, but being straight like this is basically neutral spine. You want to be able to maintain neutral spine. If you don't have proper spinal alignment or you don't have good thoracic extension, you cannot get into a neutral spine. So then what happens? As you go down in the squat, you need to be neutral spine. So then your mid upper back start going like this. And then what happens? Decreasing the angle and then bam, butt wing. Why we don't want a butt wing though? Lower lumbar. Putting weight on there. No. We don't want to put it while we in flexion. So that's the 3 things. Ankle mobility. Ankle drill would be in there. Weak ass. If you got weak glutes, not gonna be able to do it. Number 3, thoracic extension. Having proper spine mobility. I will have all those three drills linked in the description. I've been lifting weights, man, I want to say almost 20 years now, and even I sometimes get away from the things that's going to make me better, the small little things. Don't get away from those. Detail in your workout, man. I don't care if I look like a woman because I'm over there. Let me show you the glute ham raise exercise. You kind of sit down like this, and you're like, yeah, that's glute ham. I be working my glutes in the gym. I don't care what I look like working them glutes in the gym because at the end of the day, that glute thrust, hip thrusters, glute ham raise, whatever you want to call it, gonna make your boy stronger and I'm gonna be healthier. And that is the whole point in the situation. What does it matter if I can squat 500 pounds but I'm hurt every other week so I can't get out of my car? Doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous. So there it is, man. Hopefully this video was entertaining and you got some pretty good information from it. Like, subscribe, share. It's your boy, CJ Washington. Junior!
Come through living like the old me. White t-shirt and Jabot jeans. Smoking OG, I'm an OG. Sipping codeine, I'm a whole fiend.